My name is Aoife. I'm an Irish nurse living in Ireland at the moment, but I travel a lot overseas to work with organisations such as Operation Smile. I spent a lot of time over the years working in African countries and other developing countries. I recently travelled to Kigali, which is the capital city of Rwanda, to join a surgical team. I was one of 60 international volunteers who travelled from all over the world to be there to work for Operation Smile. Operation Smile is an international organisation that provides surgery for children and young adults, mostly in the developing countries, and it provides surgery for children with facial deformities. The fourth most common birth defect worldwide is called a cleft. A cleft lip is an opening in the lip, and a cleft palate is an opening in the roof of the mouth, and this happens when tissues in the baby's face and mouth to form properly when they're still in the womb. The cleft palate is a roof and the opening of the mouth, and a cleft lip is an opening in the lip, and children can be born with one or both of these. Children who are born with clefts, they can have a lot of difficulty with eating, speaking, smiling, and even breathing. One of the things that I find the most difficult is the social isolation. In a lot of countries, these children and adults, they're shunned and rejected, and they would be seen to be unemployable. So that's one of the things that I find the hardest about the children and adults with cleft. In developing countries, families are maybe even too poor to pay for treatment, or a lot of families wouldn't know that the treatment is available and that these children can be treated and can lead a very normal life. It can be emotionally challenging to work in this setting. The biggest emotion really there for me is the joy. The children's joy, their parents' joy, and my joy as well. It was a very, very positive project to work on. It's a very positive organisation, and you see the results very quickly. These children and adults, they travel for days to come to us full of hope that they will be chosen to have the surgery. Literally within 45 minutes their life is transformed, and so it's a very joyous and very wonderful and very extraordinary organisation. The people I worked with were fantastic. I worked with some extraordinary doctors and nurses from all over the world, and I met some very extraordinary children and adults who had lived their lives until now, you know, with this facial deformity, and in the face of social exclusion and everything, you know, they still came full of hope, and they left with their beautiful new smiles. I was working mostly in the recovery room, where we were recovering the patients after their surgery, and this was an absolutely amazing place to be working. When the children came around from their anaesthetic, we offered them a mirror where they saw their faces for the first time, and it was really something being part of that. And often the children lay on the bed looking at themselves for a long time. So it was absolutely really positive experience working there. And for me, this kind of work is never one way. What I receive in return is always so much more than what I give.